Hello and welcome to Mexican Wave. In celebration of this episode 8 of the Unreliable Narrator. We have reached 8 already, and we've had the joy of another special guest.
Yay!
Welcome, Brandon.
Hey. Special guest.
So,
I'm special, all right.
You may remember Brandon from such murders as Dead Lucky and
Gary Josser.
Gary Joss. Oh yes,
Gary
OG
Josser.
Brom
OG Brom Measley.
and
Brom.
that ridiculous one.
that narrows it down.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, the one in Manchester, the best one, the glass.
Oh,
I've done Murder the Movies, and I've done Strictly Come Dying.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
And BuzzFeed.
And BuzzFeed.
And BuzzFeed, of course. Yes. So,
BuzzFeed.
Brandon is incredibly used to our particular brand of fun, frivolity, and fatalities. So, how did you find the Unreliable Narrator experience?
I received a lovely video. I'm sure we'll get to it, so I'm not going to reveal who it was. A lovely video from a certain cast member in which, having seen some of the show, I was like, I feel like I know where I'm at with this. I feel I can do this. I'm prepared. And then this person said things that I was like, is this even to do with the story? Like, which part of this are we at? I was thinking we've got northwest, south, southeast things. I remember going like, I don't know.
No directions.
I just don't know. And then creating a character and costume in which I was told by Lexi to create a beard. You'll all see how that turned out later. It was an interesting one. Let's just say I've never had a more interesting character to come up with.
This one, folks, is a true journey, and the destination is absolutely nowhere near where it starts.
I love these ones.
I can say with absolute confidence that this is the furthest it has ever diverged.
But we had rhinos in week 3.
And we had rhino stampedes in week 3. This is...
Ooh.
You know, the running gag for this, I find, is that by the end of it, there's 3 facts in no particular order. That's sort of what you expect by the end of it. I'm not sure there's a fact by the end of this one.
Oh dear.
Wow.
So let's waste no time and see how we got there by seeing where it started.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, you've even got an old-timey filter on yours.
Yeah, I thought I'll go all out with the production values here.
Oh.
So old-timey filter. I almost included in mine some little honky-tonk music underneath it, but I thought that was going too far.
I love Toy Story 2.
Yes. What was the character,
Yes.
Brandon?
The prospector, isn't he?
Prospector Pete.
Prospector Pete. Yeah.
As you're about to hear, that may have been more than a little inspiration.
Right.
So let's enjoy.
Okay.
Well, howdy there, folks. Doug for Gold here.
Who?
Gold prospect.
Doug for gold.
Cool.
Gold.
The Gruesome Gold-Rush Graveyard.
Oh, is it now? Okay.
Woohoo!
This was the most stressful 3 minutes of my life.
48. He was hit with a lady.
I've heard none of his stories so far.
I've seen it all right. I recognise all of this. Yeah.
I've heard none of this.
Husband to done diggity done gone get divorced.
I hate you.
I knew that was going to be in there.
Mine shaft was.
I see where that confused you, Alice.
Honestly, if I was prone to crying,
You underground.
Who? He could not read or gosh darn right.
Who's Ewan?
That is not the information I received.
Penny treating drill.
Who?
Penny Treating Drill.
Penny Drill.
You see, Brandon,
Penny
you're
did not
saying
make it to me, Alice.
that you didn't receive this. I remember
Penny
saying
nearly
this.
didn't make it past me. I couldn't understand his accent, so I had to pause it at that point and sort of sound it out, what I just heard, to make it make
The
sense.
accent was quite difficult.
Sorry, who? Dan Spoilers.
Dan Spoidance.
All of these names have been...
Hang on,
I've heard of none of those suspects before.
Yeah. So wait, what were those names?
Yeah, what are they called?
So there was you underground,
Nope.
Yeah.
Penny Trading Drill,
Nope.
No.
and Dan Spy Dance.
No.
Another one as well.
And Dynamite.
Oh,
Dynamite.
Oh,
Yeah, Dyna.
Yeah.
Well, kinda.
that suddenly turned to Daniela Dynamite.
It did.
Yes.
Oh.
So the inspiration
Wow.
for this one, for regular viewers, if you've watched this before, a few weeks ago, the suspects discussed about how they actually liked following me because mine was clear, easy to follow, nice and linear. So I decided to do someone that just knew the whole thing, just to make it really hard. But then to give everyone a chance of actually following it, I of course selected Alice to be the person who would follow me.
Who owns it? He
Who
absolutely owns it.
If I was a natural born crier, I would have cried.
It took about 7 minutes, but you got all the info in.
I've so unbelievably stressed. I've seen it in my nightmares this week. Heard that voice.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
There was so much about the fact there was a mine owner, that there was directions in the mine. This is all very
Oh yeah, it's
And what's the message on the mine cart?
What's
Um,
mine
what's
is mine.
Mine is mine, which is a reference to the slogan for what's
What's
mine,
mine.
which is what mine is yours.
Oh, well, I prefer the slogan I got.
Well, we'll get to that.
I'm not revealing it yet. 'Cause-
So you did not get what you thought.
oh, I didn't get a lot of that.
before we start playing mine, disclaimer, I had a vision in my head for this costume. I was like, I've got these bits that could work. It's going to look so sick. And I put them together and it did not look like I envisioned.
It looks amazingly Amish fiddle.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
Amish.
I sort of-
Exactly what I said. I said Amish Fagin.
Yeah, I didn't sort of see it put together until I like hit record and flipped my camera around and I was like, oh.
The first 45 seconds was just you quietly mumbling to yourself about how upset you are. Like, it's literally just like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Let's watch the breakdown. Oh my god, this is such a look.
Oy vey!
I'm ready.
Stars out, let me tell you.
Beautiful.
Can we drink every time she touches a hat?
Was a very sterling man.
You've got tassels in your arms.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's called fashion, Polly.
Look at that.
hey.
Don't dig it down, get it.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm sad that didn't make it as far as me.
So,
You know those moments that just stick in your head?
I couldn't forget it. As soon as you said it, I was like, that's going in. That's
Yeah.
definitely staying.
What?
Robot slowly powering down in Western.
That look and accent split was just perfect.
I've noticed when we do these that the harder I think as like my recording goes on, I start blinking out of sync. So keep an eye out for that.
Tell him all about the person he interrupted the show.
it looks like you're riding a horse as well.
What's
going on?
It's very shifty. What is the wig?
So that's Posh Spice.
Kettle.
Rustling up a casserole.
Kettle.
This whole thing was just like a tongue twister, like where the accent sits in your mouth. I was just like,
And she had a reason that it
almost completely powered down now.
You look genuinely weary at the concept of doing the rest.
Honestly,
You look ill.
exhausted. I finished this. I had a cup of tea. I went to bed. That was it.
Fair play.
Oh!
Oh, bless you.
Well done.
Well, bloody done.
Yeah.
Once again, I think 98% of the words I said were in there.
Brilliant.
Very impressive.
Which is
Dun, diggity, dug, dung, get divorced.
Divorce. There was even the same number of syllables.
It was just, it was like poetry. It just stuck. It made sense. Even if it didn't. That little dun diggity dung. Yeah.
So, I mean, again, I was hoping this one was going to go disastrously wrong, given how cruel I was with that starting effort. But yeah, Alice once again manages to regurgitate almost precisely what I said.
Creepy.
Yeah. I mean, it took 7 minutes, but...
It did take 7 minutes.
So who
it's
followed?
all there.
And an excellent costume.
Yes.
And
If we were looking for Amish Fagin.
So basically, Alice, you've done fantastically. Everyone else has done badly. That's what he's trying to say.
Well, because I now had such an accurate retelling, I had to send it to someone who I thought would get most stressed by it.
We had a full discussion about this when I did.
So naturally, it had to go to Joe. He's annoyingly not particularly stressed by it, but that is not what we're going to be discussing. Once I press play, there's going to be a lot of discussions to be had about various aspects of this. Let's just watch what Joe does with the costume.
What the fuck is that? I'm sorry, is this Top Gun?
I was going for Brokeback Mountain. That was the closest I could get. Is the kind of really
You're like Freddie Mercury. Oh my god! I want to break free. Quite literally.
Goes away.
Oh Jesus!
It's fun to stay at the Y.
Like I said, I just didn't have anything. I had nothing. I didn't know what to do.
Freddie.
Excuse me, ladies. You're gonna have to turn the music down.
The mustache is very convincing.
Thank you. It is mascara.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, well done. It's very 3D.
I really knew the glasses weren't a part of it, but once I had the tash and the jacket, I felt I needed the glasses.
I feel like I can't look myself in the eye as I do this.
Gives me that kind of American city cop vibe.
I think that's the
Beverly
thing as well.
Hills
Sometimes if you've planned on what you're gonna like, if Mike says, "Oh, it's this," and you go, "Right, well, this is what I'm going to use," and then you don't get to use it, you always think, I'm just going to use it anyway.
I'm very much Michael sends me a message saying, "Oh, your video's coming," and then I think about the costume. It's very last minute. I feel people, when they just try and remember things, or they're just trying to act, they just touch things. Like Alice keeps on touching her hat, and I just can't stop wiggling my glasses every now and then. There we go.
It's glasses acting, mate.
But I'm not even acting with them. I'm just touching them. I'm just slightly wiggling them.
He says it.
Just keep wiggling them.
Oh God!
What am I doing?
Your voice is really soothing as well when you do this accent, and it's come a long way from the original Doug for Gold. Yeah. He's mellowed out as we've gone.
Yeah, he's definitely
less mellow.
Oh.
Why do I always forget?
I love how you come out of character every time you're doing the pun.
Sleuths need to get big and go for gold. Woohoo!
I feel I had to do like a yeehaw just to make it clear I'm going to be a cowboy. Just in
case it wasn't clear.
Yeah, just in case it wasn't clear.
Just a little chat.
I'm talking about the costume in the end, that's all it is.
So, another very soothing retelling by Joe. Again, most of it was there. So it's It is a strong chain so far.
Here it was, but I got most of the names and the plot. I think a lot of it was there.
There was a little bit more sort of the extra detail had vanished, but everything you needed, I think, was there.
As was the 1980s Freddie Mercury
As
impression.
was, yeah.
Absolutely.
So that delicious retelling was passed on to our lovely guest for the week, Brandon.
Woo!
Whose dedication to costume deserves all the plaudits.
Take note, Joe.
Yeah. Joe, this is what you do when you don't have a nice fake beard around. We'll waste no time. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy Brandon telling this tale.
I do have to know why you own 2 loofahs.
I went out and bought them for this.
Dedication!
Wow.
So you're responsible for the...
Oh, that's where the guitar comes in.
Oh.
My name is Desperate Brand.
Judge for Gold was a rubbish code anyway.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's adding some acting.
Yeah.
Like...
The hat's impressive.
Yeah, what is the hat?
What is the hat?
It appears to be woody. When we had Johnny on as the last guest, he had these same like wild eyes going on. Maybe it's a thing.
It's the panic. It's the panic.
Panic.
Where did the Brandon? Where did the idea of the guitar come in? Did you just think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to pick up a guitar.
The slogan's still there.
Yeah, I did.
It's okay.
Strong choice, and you stuck to it.
It definitely becomes I need time to think. Strum, strum, strum. Now I can carry on.
I respect that because I just stare at the ceiling.
What you talking about?
Weirdly, Brandon, looking at you, all I can think of is, wow, you've had a terrible time at the dentist's and your mouth is swollen up.
Yeah.
It's Dental Dan.
Dental Brandon.
My next victim was Penny Darren Drill.
Penny Darren Drill. Of course. This is really giving me when you're walking around like the Edinburgh Fringe and you just see a free show and you think, why not? And you walk in and it's just a guy on a stool with his guitar and he's pointing at you in this weird costume.
Actually, started by saying there was 3 suspects, and he's now on suspect 5.
Yeah.
And he's also gone to Old Brando.
Musical instrument, which we've never had before.
So we now know who's responsible for that.
It's really strange because I was actually saying to Michael, I was like, just before I started, I looked at my guitar and thought, maybe I could use this. I was like, no, I don't want to distract from the story. So deliberately didn't.
It's become like a thing that people started using a guitar.
Yes, or any instruments
Brandon.
they could find.
Brandon, wait and see what you did.
Oh my god, I loved how that accent journey went. It started so Prospector and then went via the Goodfellas to it went to some sort of gospel church. It then went to Old Man Marlon Brando. It was good.
Like,
for someone whose skill is accents, that was not easy.
I've got to say, when I spoiler alert, I'm next. When Michael sent that to me, he said your Unreliable Narrator is on its way, and then just left like space and went something like "God help you" or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I opened it up before I even like it started playing. I saw that picture of you, and I thought, oh God. Well, we must be near the end now. But clearly not.
No.
I thought I was like right near the end, but oh my God.
Not even halfway.
I absolutely. The other thing was watching it, I just was in stitches, so I couldn't actually hear what you were saying because I was laughing so much.
What I enjoyed is it took reaching Brandon to get what I wanted it to do, which was to have lots of, oh yeah, but there was also this, and there was, and oh, that reminds me that there was, because it's been through two people that just have annoying recollection. But fortunately, our guest was able to add that doubt to it again. However, that said, a lot of facts were still there.
And the names?
And the names were sort of still there, mostly.
Dan for dance.
Dan for dance. And Penny for
Penny Darren. Penny Darringer.
Right, let's watch.
Darringer. I thought you said Penny Drayton Drill.
And
I went, what's she got to do with a dreidel? But okay, yeah, cool, whatever.
Dreidel. That would have only been if you were following Amish Fagin. So now, disclaimer: what you're about to watch will give you nightmares.
I've got to before we divulge this to people. What I'm wearing on my face, Mike picked.
For a children's show, not
for a children's Christmas show. This is what Mike picked.
Yeah.
I gave him an option of 4, and this is the one he picked.
Because you'll see why. Because when you see it, how can you refuse?
I mean, this does look like a budget horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is
Jesus.
horrifying.
That's the Purge. It's just the Purge.
Yeah, there is so much to enjoy in this one. I apologise if I start crying through it, because when I watched it for the first time, I couldn't stop. Here's Paulie's version.
Jesus. Nightmares.
The mask does look a little bit like Thomas the Tank Engine. It's got that roundness to the face. You know what I mean?
My name is Dan. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep playing this guitar.
Oh my god!
You don't want to give me extra props. It just throws me completely.
You know what? It's horrible. Like, it's literally like really. That is the hole in the mouth. I can just see like the flapping of lips behind its own. You know the teeth. You see like the little.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
His second cousin or his wife?
I don't know.
Second cousin or wife? It's so
The Old West joke. Keep it going.
Danielle Dynamite.
He was in his will.
Danielle Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Have had a half sister. Oh yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
She was in the will. That was the reason to cut off his hands and throw him down a mine shaft. Oh, what a terrible tickle! The next guy is Herb the Herder.
Well, I couldn't remember. I knew that he was looking after cows, so I thought Herb. Herb's an Old West name, isn't it?
It's a name.
Feel that it might have been him. That is not for me to tell you. You have to look that up for yourself. And then we what was
Oh god. The Monopoly man has really went down.
Corona cancelled Panto Santa's had it hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Two disclaimers. First of all.
Please don't disclaim it. It's beautiful.
Oh, my ribs.
One, I thought I'll go and film this before I have my lunch. I hadn't had any breakfast, so I was quite lightheaded. And two, I knew that I was going to put the face mask on, so I had a little cane that I was going to sit and hold. because I thought that would work. And then I saw the guitar, and then so I kept going. I don't feel comfortable with the guitar. I kept thinking about the cane more than actually what I was bloody well supposed to be saying.
Oh my god! Knowing that Seb's following this, how the hell did you pick anything out of that?
Yeah.
Gee Louise!
First of all, though, I blame Brandon entirely for that.
I didn't realise that somebody else was going to pick up a guitar and go, let's do that.
You tell me what to do, Brandon. I'll do it.
And some of us
If you've
don't
seen
have
any of
guitar,
these-
Brandon, and so had to improvise something else.
You've seen any of these, you should know. It's the ridiculous details that survive.
Yep.
It's the rhinos and the jog on.
Hey.
I think my favourite bit, and I've watched that many times now, but my favourite bit is when you're trying to describe the first suspect, who starts off as the second cousin, and then it's the wife, and then it's the half-sister. It just goes through so many things.
And now we've got Goddamn Dynamite and Herd the Herder.
Let's watch Seb's retelling. In
I'm
glory.
proud of the beard of this one, by the way. I'm very proud of my improvisation.
King will speak your heart out.
Oh my god, it's like Wolverine.
Yeah, you're like a
I didn't know you were a furry, Seb.
With your whip.
God, I love Michael J. Fox.
What is that?
That's the fluffy edging to one of my coats that goes around the hood that I zip tied up around my chin underneath my head.
This is such a chill prospect from the original one.
One day, dead at the bottom of the mine shaft, but most mysteriously of all,
Yes, you saved us kind of the dramatic moment, Seb.
But he's told us that he's had the hands cut off.
Immediate inquiry. The reason they knew that was because at both his hands.
It's going, I suspect, foul play.
It's the little leghorn foghorn.
The herder. I'm not sure if that was his name or merely a sobriquet that we had given him because.
Excellent sobriquet thrown around these parts.
Bison. No, don't hurt bison. What do you hurt? Cattle.
I did genuinely forget for a second.
Susie.
Susie.
She was known as something of a.
That was what Paulie said. Susie the Floozy.
Susie the Floozy, yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember her name, but I knew that she was a hussy.
Penny! Susie's Penny!
Susie the Floozy.
Is Susie
Penny?
Penny?
I hope you miss me as much as you miss your hands. Or worse. It's
I hope you miss me like you miss your hands.
Like you missed, never mind what's mine is mine.
Oh. Seriously, Seb,
Well
I
done,
hope
Seb.
you miss me like you miss your hands has kept me laughing for 2 days solid.
She just keeps saying it.
I hope you miss me like you miss your hands.
I assumed it was relevant somehow, but not knowing what was written, God knows what it was.
It's gone from what's mine is
What's mine is mine.
to I hope you miss me like you miss your hands. Oh my god, I want it on a t-shirt. So funny.
And that equally coherent story was passed to the most coherent of us all retelling,
How can you
Lexi.
say that?
Oh.
I'm definitely not as coherent as.
I'm almost
worst.
upset that Lexi was last.
Oh, don't be. I think it's a visual treat.
On the one hand, I kind of wish someone was following her, but on the other hand, they would have had nothing.
Hey, I remember nearly everything I got told. I just maybe it would be
No,
distracting.
there would have been other distractions going on, as everyone is about to see.
Tell me you tied your hair around a beard.
Oh my god, yes!
Ray!
It's CZ Top. Yes.
It's Brazil, and I'm here as your friendly local problem.
Love the shirt.
That's so
Gorgeous.
With a tie there, that is amazing.
Now, I don't have a guitar or anything.
Why didn't I think of that?
That's so good, man. Yeah.
To my raccoon and his bells.
My raccoon and his bells.
Wow,
I have a guitar singing a
you get into your shopping that are more relevant than that.
It's like something you would see in Las Vegas, like if you were on the street and people were like walking past a homeless person doing this.
You are about to perform a dodgy magic trick to someone with that, aren't you?
Can you guess where the coin's under? Only the raccoon knows.
How is your hair tied there, Lex?
Together under the beard with a ponytail band and then pinned into my hair across there. But then I failed. Pause was tried to fix it.
Oh my god.
So much of it in her mouth.
Still a visual treat.
So now Susie Rattlesnake is a suspect in this.
Oh, Susie Rattlesnake.
Yeehaw!
Yo!
So everyone both here and at home,
Oh.
take a moment to just consider where this started. And now we've just had that with someone using a raccoon to play the bells to suspects such as Herb the Herder and Susie Rattlesnake.
I adored that raccoon with the bells.
Yeah.
This is what you started, Brandon. I don't have a guitar to hand or anything I could strum.
I'm fine with that because I love the raccoon with the bells.
And also, Michael, all you did was said to us, it's American, and maybe think about a beard.
Yeah, my costume advice was Old West, try and make a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's annoyed me is I've realised that I have 2 bags full of wigs in my house and I didn't even suspect those. I went straight to fucking loofah.
Naturally, the loofah is a more readily available thing to reach.
You know what, though, Brandon? It's a lot harder than you think to strap a wig to your own face. It does not want to stay.
Like strapping your own hair to your own face.
So, would we agree this is the most divergent it's ever become?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a theory? No. Alice and Joe.
Mine's a really a theory, to be honest.
Well, we'll hear them later this week. But for now, thank you all for watching what is the most insane session we've ever done. I mean, I feel we haven't really talked very much through this because we've just been laughing. But that's
I'm just gobsmacked.
Yeah, I was like shocked. I don't even know what to say. It was just quite a journey.
It
was
really was.
Yeah,
it was an interesting one.
Hopefully, you at home have been able to solve the case of the gruesome graveyard. No, the gruesome gold. Even I can't remember it.
Even you can't say it.
The gruesome Gold-Rush Graveyard, and figured out who killed Huge Man Shaft. If you do have a theory, let us know in the comments. And as always, share, like, tell your friends, get them to try and solve it, and be really smug when you solve it and they don't.
There's a clue in my boot.
You've got to wait until he actually signs off. Like you can't cut off.
Woody is disappointed.
You're going to say it at the end.
How close were you there to saying there's a clue in my shaft?
Yeah. There's definitely
we all heard the shoe.
Yeah.
There's a clue in my shaft.
Clue in my shaft.
You were just going to say there's a clue in my shoe.
Hey, there's a clue in my shoe.
Mid-morning show. There's a clue in my shoe. Where am I?
So, folks, let us know your theories and join us next time when we hear this collection of suspect theories and find out who actually killed Hugh. In the meantime, search for a clue in your shoe, or indeed in your shaft, and join us on Friday to hear the solution. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.